Madden holiday is here and we will play all night. Calling sick and sound sincere, in tackles will delight. The fridge is packed with drink and meat, the taste of victory sure is sweet.
Boy, the release timing with these video games has been impeccable, hasn't it? It's always been right when I'm in the middle of working on the comic review, so I barely have any time to get anything else done. Also, I'm house sitting this week. My father is doing much better, so he was finally allowed to take the vacation he wanted to take last month. So, again, that's kind of occupied my attention. And of course, the NFL preseason started with an overly exciting Hall of Fame game, but that settled back to normal pretty quickly. In overall football news, Kyler Murray was named the Vikings starters for the season. Not entirely sure that necessarily means it's the end of J.J. McCarthy, as a lot of people have been saying. I mean, even if he's knocked down to third string, Kyler Murray and Carson Wentz have not exactly proven to be the most durable QBs over the last few seasons. So it's entirely possible McCarthy could wind up playing again. I'm just saying. As for the imminent return of Aaron Donald, it hasn't happened yet, but it's probably going to happen before the third preseason game. So basically around next week or so. Other than that, there really isn't too much to talk about. I mean, there's been a lot of training camp fights, and, well, I'm going to get more into the video game in the next segment, so that's kind of what we're planning there. So come back after the break, and we'll start talking about Madden 27.
At Shopko, it's pretty easy to figure out what women want, and even easier to figure out what men want. 70% off all 14-karat gold for Mother's Day, graduation, or any special occasion. Surprised? Wait till you see what else is inside. Shopko, the store for you.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. There's a new car sale this weekend like Cleveland's never seen before. 8 Ganley dealerships have large groups of cars at one price. Ganley Lincoln Mercury in Middleburg Heights has 75 Cougar LSs from $13,290. Yes, only $13,290 for a Cougar with air, power windows, cruise, tilt, and much more. Only at Ganley Lincoln Mercury in Middleburg Heights. If you're thinking about buying a new car this year, come to one of the 8 Ganley dealerships this weekend and bring your trade-in. Who has Northern Ohio's biggest new car sale this weekend? Ganley has it.
Are antiperspirants unfair to women?
Yeah, he gets speed stick, the wide stick, and I get a narrow one.
Unfair, you bet. He gets solid protection and I get something delicate.
Introducing Lady Speed Stick, effective speed stick protection that glides on dry. And it's made specially for a woman, so it's gentle.
New Lady Speed Stick antiperspirant protects you like a man.
But still treats you like a woman. That's fair.
Lady Speed Stick.
By men.
She gives her love to any man who has the price, and it's tearing her apart. Veronica Hamill, as you've never seen her before. Sessions, Monday, September 26th. For every man who has dreamed of honor, NBC presents For Love and Honor, Fridays this fall.
Okay, so I'll say this about Madden 27. It is definitely a big improvement over Madden 26. I think the idea of sharing a lot of the similar gameplay features with the college football series is a big bonus. I mean, you got the timing-based catching, the dynamic weather, so that's all working really well. I do think some of the new features have really been implemented pretty well. We didn't have that bad monetization thing with buying a faster leveling system. At least I haven't heard of that happening, so at least that's going for it. That being said, there's obviously still some problems. A weird graphical glitch popped up where the players started merging together. I looked this up, and apparently this tends to happen a lot if you're playing during a rainy game. And then it proceeded to happen during a non-rainy game. So I don't know if that was necessarily the most trustworthy source I used. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what was going on there. Now, in terms of overall gameplay, like I said, overall it's really good. If there's a big problem with the gameplay, way too many instances of wide receivers dropping the ball, just like a feather touch of annoyance. You're going to see a play coming up right here where this ball really should have been caught. It went right up, in a post pattern. Again, probably should have been caught, and instead it's caught and then dropped. A lot of times, too, where it's like wide receivers are catching it, falling to the ground, and then it pops out at just the bare minimum last second. And it's like, guys, that rarely ever happens. Like, come on, like just have the guy catch the ball or not. It's just got a little aggravating right there. No, I've tried to upload some of these games to the sister channel, which is Snorpo, with the exclamation point. But again, they just keep getting copyright claimed. I will admit, with the Madden ones, it's kind of my fault. I tried to put the commercials in, and apparently background music got claimed, which it doesn't really make any sense because I had done a test upload. It had gone through fine. Something got claimed. I cut that out, replaced it with a different commercial. This is not the commercial that got the replacement, though. A completely different commercial, which had gone through completely unscathed, got copyright claimed because of some Beatles music in the background or something. I really wish, with the music claims that, I don't think those should apply to commercials. You licensed it for the commercial. You gave the okay there. Again, this is for old products that aren't going to, bring any money to anyone. So just leave them alone. That's all I'm saying. Overall, with Madden 27, I'd say, again, this is a big improvement over last year, but last year's game was pretty bad. So in this case, I probably upped it to being slightly above average. I'm going to go with a C+ for my overall score on that one. Anyway, after the break, we'll wrap things up and we'll start going over the games we're going to be reviewing over the next 3 weeks.
The beach is a great place to vacation. And if you vacation along the coast from Maryland to Georgia, it's economical.
That's because there are Food Line stores from Ocean City to Savannah with the same extra low prices at the beach as back home. Most supermarkets overcharge for groceries at their beach locations.
But at Food Lion, we don't want you to pay extra for groceries just because you're on vacation. We want you to have fun.
Today you need an oil this good. You need Quaker State. When your engine's this new, you gotta protect your investment. You need an oil this good.
When your engine's this old, it needs extra care. You need an oil this good.
Small engines go hard. They demand an oil this good.
These motor oils are refined exclusively from Pennsylvania-grade crude. Quaker State is so good, it's America's best-selling motor oil. New cars, old cars, small cars. Today you need Quaker State. You need an oil this good.
These days, there are lots of ways to bring great entertainment to your TV. Now, here's my favorite, the RCA video disc player, because it gives me so much. Not just great entertainment, but a remarkable picture, even full stereo sound, and nearly 1,000 discs. Movies, music video, kid shows, and more.
And now, there are 3 new reasons to buy. A free disc, a 5-day money-back offer, and no finance charges if you buy now.
RCA video disc. See your RCA dealer.
Next Thursday.
Are you still looking for a housekeeper?
What happens when 2 cute guys...
You're hired.
...find a beautiful live-in maid?
Hi. Bye.
Their girlfriends want her to get lost.
Whoa.
But you never can tell what'll be going on or coming off when the curtain goes up on We Got It Made next Thursday.
Okay, so next week we're looking to start beginning the football predictions videos. We're starting with college week 0, then week 1, which is Labor Day weekend. That's all college games, with the NFL predictions starting on week 2. The games we're going to be covering for week 0 are North Carolina versus TCU, which is in Ireland, San Jose State versus USC, NC State versus Virginia, Jacksonville State versus North Dakota State, naturally. Then Sacramento State versus Eastern Michigan, Hawaii versus Stanford, New Mexico State versus Florida State, and Memphis versus UNLV. After that will be the random trade review on Young Salem. Moving on to the Week 1 games, we're going to be covering Colorado versus Georgia Tech, UTEP versus Oklahoma, Liberty versus James Madison, Boise State versus Oregon, then Clemson versus LSU, Louisiana Monroe versus Mississippi State, Washington State versus Washington, and Wisconsin versus Notre Dame. Then in Week 2, we obviously start our NFL coverage. The college games we're covering are Rutgers versus Boston College, Purdue versus Wake Forest, Central Florida versus Pitt, and Ohio State versus Texas. Then on the NFL side, we have New England versus Seattle, San Francisco versus the Los Angeles Rams and Melbourne, Detroit versus New Orleans, and Denver versus Kansas City. Yeah, I know, we're I'm tweaking things up from the normal schedule of covering the primetime games in Week 1, so you'll learn why when we do that. Anyway, see you all next time. Hey guys, remember that you can support my work at patreon.com/CP Time for Cat Productions. Also, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.